Hi guys! Hello mini Voyagers, we are live! Nice to see you guys today, as always. I am just waiting for the ad to stop playing on my iPad so I can see the chat. But I hope everyone is doing well. Today I am, if you follow me on Twitter, who will have seen that I did a little poll because I couldn't quite decide what to work on. But you guys decided that I should work on the arrows for Link today. So that's what we're going to be working on. Here's a little idea of what we're going to be making. Going to be making these arrows. One of the things I really like about the Nintendo Switch is that you can take screenshots. And it's great. The other day I was using the actual tablet of the console itself on my table to look at a reference picture up close, and then I realised I can zoom into them on my TV, so I've actually got a really zoomed in reference image of these arrows over on my TV over there. So if I keep looking somewhere over there-ish, it's because that's where my big reference image is. Hello to Peachy Tees. Oh, Peach Tees. Is that you, Snowy? Hello. You're very early today. And yes, props is very exciting. I've not actually done any prop work yet for this, and with 4 weeks to go, it's time to get started. I did a little bit of prep work before the stream. Literally all I did was I had 3 wooden dowels, so I cut those in half, so I have 6, and just sanded the edges where I cut them so that they're not splintery. But I think, yeah, because it's going to be about this long with a knock. I keep calling them knocks. I'm pretty sure they're called knocks, but I don't know a lot about arrows at the end, which is going to be metal. It's going to be silver-coloured Fimo is the plan. And on my one functional arrow, I'm making 5 non-functional arrows and 1 functional arrow. 1 arrow I can take out of the quiver. The other ones will be stuck in because from what I've seen, what I've looked at in the game, they all sit very nicely, like they all sit separately and like more like they actually are all kind of separate, which is a little bit gravity defying. So my plan is to have them embedded in the base of the quiver, in the foam that's at the base of the quiver, so they can actually stick out like that, and have one that can one can sit at the bottom, and then I can pull that out and use it as my prop one. I think with the addition of the knock and the actual arrowhead, hopefully it should be a good size. I'm hoping I've got enough Fimo to actually make all of these. If not, I'll have to go and buy some more. It won't be the end of the world. But yeah, sorry, something just popped up on my laptop. Yeah, fingers crossed that's going to work out. I've worked it out in my head how I want it to work, so it should work in theory. Jay just said, I hope it's all going to stick together properly. Wouldn't want everything to fall out. Yeah, no, they're going to be like properly embedded and glued in, is the plan. So it should work. I feel like props are always so exciting, maybe even one of the most exciting bits. Yeah, they really can be. I think it's like, it does change your costume a lot, I think, and the way that it's perceived. But I think it gives you something to play around with when you're doing stuff, which is really, really exciting. I'm not making a sword or a shield for this cosplay. I'm just making the... Oh, not just. I feel like it's a lot of work. I'm making the traveller's bow, the quiver and the arrows. But I think that they are a nice combination of props. They show off a lot of different skills. And the Sheikah Slate, obviously, as well. That's kind of like, it wouldn't be a cosplay of Link without the Sheikah Slate from this game. And that has lights and stuff incorporated into it. So that shows another kind of dynamic. But yeah, I thought these showed a good variety of prop making skills. So fingers crossed. So one of the problems that you can have with Fimo is like little bits of fluff getting stuck inside them, stuck on it. Especially for someone like me who has a lot of fabric around all the time. Clothes give off fluff, cats give off fluff, so I've got that as well. And it can be really easy for that to transfer from your hands, even if you're like cleaning them beforehand. This is a problem I had before, and I was looking it up. And what got suggested was sort of using a scrap bit of Fimo to kind of pick it all up off your hands and then work with the actual Fimo you want to use. So that's what I'm doing. This lump has kind of become my fluff lump, which is kind of gross. But if it means that it's kind of getting a bit dry though, so it might not last much longer. But yeah, it's something I only discovered very recently. I've had years of, but this is leftovers from when I cosplayed Pearl, so I used it when I made my new Pearl for Pearl, because my old one had fluff on it, and I was like, I don't know how to get rid of this. But yeah, seems to be that since it picks it up so well, if you work a little bit in your hands, it tends to pick it up, is what I've learned anyway. So someone else might have a completely different way of dealing with that problem. But yes, how is everyone today? It is very nice to have you guys here. Ooh. This is a really nice, like, silvery colour. Don't know how well you can see it, but it's really nice. It's very metallic. Has just the tiniest bit of shimmer, so it does feel very metallic. But it's a great little stress ball too. Yeah, you kind of got to like really work Fimo for a little bit. I've found like it's kind of hard at first, especially if it's not brand new. But then once you actually get work into it a little bit, it's really nice. Okay, so I'm going to try and work out about how big I want these to be. The arrowhead is kind of big, but the knocks aren't huge. We've had to like length of the arrow that I want to make. Yeah, they're probably going to be like a couple of inches long. So that's the plan. I want to try and get like 4 out of this, so 2 out of each section, 2 out of that section there, and then I can make this big arrowhead. With that is the plan. Shay said that she has been good today. Practiced a little already on the violin. Oh, that's exciting. How's that going? Oh, that was really satisfying. Oh, it's McKee's watching as well. Hi, McKee's. We might be having a special guest coming and watching. I don't know if he'll be in the chat or not, but I know a friend of mine is planning to tune in. Yeah, you see that has worked because this isn't now completely covered in fluff, which is great. Oh. Yeah, once you have lessons, Chair, you'll pick it up quickly. But yeah, I'm sure you're going to be great at it. Work hard. Yeah, this is going to be plenty to make a knockout of, I think. I didn't get out any tools for this. That wasn't very smart. I tried to get out everything that I might need, and I didn't think to get out tools. See if I can find some. Good Give me a moment, guys. There they are. It's a bit of a mess in my drawers at the moment. It's fine. Great. I'll just need my red one for now. Oh, that's very sweet of you to say, Shay. Okay. So basically the sort of shape that this is like, got glitter on my hands somehow. I don't want to know where the glitters come from. But it shouldn't be too big of a deal, I hope. Yeah, it's sort of like a hexagon, or a hexagon with rabbit ears. Ah. Hi Mickey, thank you for tuning in. Don't worry about missing other streams. Real life is big and busy and important. I would never be offended that you guys didn't watch every single stream. I'm going to try and get the general shape of this and then cut into it a little bit. Shay asked where my t-shirt is from, my jumper. This is the Blossom hoodie jumper that Dan and Phil sell. So I've got the t-shirt version of this as well. I really like the print. So when they announced they were doing the t-shirts, I was like, I need that. Oh, hi Andy. I completely missed you coming in. Hi. Yes, Andy is our special viewer today. Yeah, I told him you were coming, Andy. It's like, there might be a special guest. Let's see. kind of looks like a little octopus. Alright. Andy is shook. Sorry, I'm not paying much attention to the chat. I'm trying to get this. This is more or less what I was going for. Just gonna make another 5 of these now. So, for anyone who missed what I was saying at the start, these are like little knocks that just sit here at the end of the arrow, and then on the other end is the arrowhead. But I'm only making one with an arrowhead. Andy said, that's cool, Sean, we're in awe of your crafting skills. Bless you. So, I'm not sure whether I wanna, I think it'd probably be a good idea. So I'm gonna try and do it. He said we really are in awe. Thank you. Thank you, Jay. Because it would be good if I could actually glue it on when it's baked. So if you don't know what Fimo is, it's an air dry, not an air dry, it's an oven bake polymer clay. So it's a clay that's made of plastics and you have to bake it in your oven for it to go hard. They do an air dry version that is white, but I use the oven bake now because it comes in a huge range of different colours. There's also other brands like Sculpey, but I've never used it just because it's not what's available to me locally. But yeah, so what I've done is, if you can just see in there, made a hole that the arrow can then be glued into, because then rather than being glued onto the end where it could easily kind of snap off, it's kind of got a bit of a, once it's baked and it's solid, a nice little bit of rigidity there. Great, so that's 1 out of 6 done. What my plan was to do in the stream was to make these at least and then see how I feel. So I'm a little bit tired today, so I might only stay on for an hour and do these, and then I'll go and put them in to bake once the stream is done. But if I'm feeling alright, then I might move on and do some of the feathers, but we'll have to see. Aw, thank you, Jay. Yeah, a tiny mistake can have a big impact, but also I think the only way to get better is to be less scared of making mistakes. That's what I tell myself. It's making all of these look the same that's going to be interesting. I think you can sand Fimo though, a little bit. So I might sand them to make them a little bit sharper. see how they look when they're out of the oven. I think they might be alright as they are. Mickey said, remember, you rescue the best. It's true. Ooh. Oh. Hey guys, if you did you watch my video yesterday? I know that Che and Makis did because you guys commented, but I'm curious to know what you guys thought. I know you commented, but still, it's nice to chat about it. I was really happy with it. I made the whole thing yesterday. So I filmed and edited it. It was very tiring. I'm not going to do that again anytime soon. Also, don't forget that I'm doing a Q&A on my main channel as a video for next week. I've got a few questions, but only like 3 or something at the moment, so I'm definitely looking for more. If you guys want to send me any, you can comment them on the video or comment on my Instagram post about it as well. Kay liked seeing Joking Penguin come up. Yeah, that was really, oh, this is full of black glitter for some reason. Where did it come from? Oh, jeez. That's not good. I'm not sure what to do about that because there is literally a load of glitter in it. So the black glitter ghost haunting you. I know where it's come from. It must have been lurking this whole time. From when I filmed Hard to Be a Star. I used some black and Cooking with a Killer Robot as well. I used it for both. Some black glitter card. And I swear it's haunting me even now. I think I've gotten rid of most of it, so... wonder if Andy's still here. But yes, if you guys think of good questions, do go shoot them at me. Honestly, you have until like Wednesday or Thursday, which is probably when I'll film. I'll post on Twitter or something the day before and Instagram to say like it's the last day. So I'll see if you're like saving them. But yeah, I was meant to be working on Wednesday and now I'm for anyone who's joining now, they just question why you're playing with a tiny ball. The things cosplayers do, you know? Never question the weird things that a cosplayer is doing. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. It's not covered in glitter. It's a good time. Okay. Andy is here. Enjoy your food. My brother just liked my tweet about live streaming. He was over here last week, like before I live streamed, so I like had dinner with him and he went off. And then when I finished live streaming, he was like, "Are you done?" And he came back over. Not that he was intentionally just like, but he like left so I could get on my stream and then like. Mickey's so Shay was like, "You're eating dinner late" to Andrew, and Mickey said, "What time is it in London?" It's 8:30, which is like not the latest dinner. Sometimes I'll have dinner around this time, but some people have their dinner a lot earlier. I used to when I lived with my dad because he works nights. I used to eat dinner at like 5:15, 5 o'clock. And he's just like, I was gaming. That's busy. That's you know, important life choice. Gaming is my number one my number one reason for getting to do stuff. Like how I was meant to do a Journey outfit stream last week. He's literally just brought it up. Yeah, because I forgot to do my Journey outfit stream because I played Zelda for like 4 hours instead. I was Yes, I just completely forgot. And then I felt really, like, I realised and I was just like, oh my god, because like, how could I forget? For like 2 days as well. It was like Wednesday afternoon and I was just like, oh yes, that thing that I was meant to do. Oh, I think I've made this a bit small actually. Yeah, because that's the thing, like if I realised on that evening I would have just started a bit later, been like, hey, sorry I'm late, but I just completely forgot. To be fair, my cat sat on my lap while I was playing, so I couldn't move or do anything anyway. Yeah, because I kept mentioning it because I was like really determined to do it. I don't think I'll do one this coming Monday because I've got the Q&A. So I'm like, hey, like send me the questions for the Q&A instead. But maybe I'll do one the next week. So 2 Mondays from now, I will do one. And I will actually do it, I promise. Rather than just saying I'll do it and then not doing it. Okay, let's give this one another go. Because it did not go. Mickey's like, you guys really like to play games, don't you? And we do. We both really like games. Jay said you should stream Zelda. If I found out how, maybe I can ask Sam. I can ask Nelf. Because that would be quite fun. Although you would just be jumping in with me at a random point of the game. Maybe I could just do like some exploration that isn't plot related or something. Because that'd be quite nice. Also, I think I'm not saying this is like a definite thing that he's doing, but Joking Penguin I know might be starting to do some gaming stuff on his channel, maybe. He is a busy bee, so he might not. But if he does, I think I'll do some stuff with him on his channel, which would be fun. Yeah, Samuel's got a great voice, and he's got lots of great voices, I think, is what his special power is. McKee said I'd watch it. I don't know anything about the game, but sure, it's it's like my favourite game. Like, genuinely, it's so enjoyable. There's nothing really about it that you're like, this is so obscenely frustrating. Nothing that you have to do. Like, there are some really challenging things that you can do, but only if you want to, which I think is pretty cool. Jay said that she's watched Joking Penguin's Oran series a bunch of times. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Yeah, he's amazing in it. Okay, let's give this one another go. I've got random song from the Persona 5 soundtrack stuck in my head right now. Which is funny because I've never played the game. But I watched Leo play a load of it when I was at his. And it's really, really cool. I really like the concept of it. And apparently there's going to be an anime, so I'm excited for that. Jay binge watching that series. Bless you. It is very funny. Oh, yeah, it would be cool if there was a game we could all play together. What I really want to do is get something like Mario Kart when I can afford it, and then, like, share my friend code with you guys so we can play some matches or something. I think that'd be really fun. But, yeah, so far I haven't got it, because games are expensive. But hopefully, sometime soon. I think I need to cut those a little shorter. But yes, Andy plays Overwatch, which I would really love to be able to play, but it makes me feel really ill. I can't handle first-person shooter games. For some reason, they give me, like, motion sickness. They just make me really headachy, and it's not fun. But I really like the lore of the game and, like, the shorts and stuff like that, so I, like, know who a lot of the characters are and stuff. McKee said, hey Sean, did you change something on your string configurations? It's the 5th time you've got the same ad. I haven't done anything, and I've not been getting any more ads on mine, so I'm not sure. Not sure what's happening with you. I know when I've, like, refreshed it before, it's had when I've refreshed before, it's come up with an ad again. So if your internet is playing up, maybe that might be the problem. Oh my god, Clay just brought up Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. Do you know how much I want to play that game? Seriously. That would be so fun. I just imagined, like, an in-character Let's Play. That would be so funny. Of Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. Jay's like, let's play it. I don't know how we'd play it across the ocean. But I might be able to play it with someone for your entertainment. Did you actually do well at it, Jay? It looked super difficult from what I saw, but I've only seen Dan and Phil play it, so that's probably why. Alright, guys, that's another one. Boom, boom, boom. Another one bites the dust. Ah, you video call. Yeah, that makes sense. Andy said, what do you do in the game? So keep talking and nobody explodes. It's like one of you is, you're like two bomb disposal agents, but one of you is able to look at the screen and see what's on the screen, and the other one is not allowed to look at what's on the screen, but has the guidebook of how to solve all of the different puzzles to disable the bomb. You have a time limit, and you have to sort of communicate with each other, and it's really funny. If you want, I'll link you to the Dan and Phil one later, Andy. You can see what it's like, because yeah, it's really funny. Okay, so I finally managed 2 of these. So I'm a third of the way through. But yeah, and he's like, oh my god, that's amazing. Yes, I will send you the link. I can send you the link now, actually. Should I send you the link now before I forget? Makis, I think you're having a problem with your internet or with your Twitch, because that's not how Twitch should be working, as far as I know. Don't mind me, guys, just sending a YouTube link to Andy. I can work this while I'm doing that. Because yeah, you need to warm this up in your hands, so... I think I'm probably gonna try and get it legitimately because I want to like support the people, but you know, I'm judging because games are expensive. I can't, like, especially like Steam games and stuff like that, I tend to pay out for them because it can be a risky business, so... I think there's actually like 2 videos of it, Andy, so I will let's find out which one is which. Okay. I just don't want to forget this because you guys know how forgetful I am, so I'm like... Wait, how many have they... Oh, there's like 3. Okay, there's 3, Andy. I forgot how many they'd done. Oh, I have messages I've not yet read. I'll read those later. But there you go. Hope you can come back soon, Makis. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, okay, what was I doing? Knox. Oh, thank you for sending the manual, Jay. That's very handy. I will... Exact same as the printed one, but it's just a PDF file. Nice! I will take a screenshot because I don't want to click out of the app right now. I've got these little, like, metal snakes. Oh, so it's only manual 1. Oh, okay. But I guess they come with the game if you buy it, so I'm sure I'll be fine. But thank you very much for the link. It is much appreciated. Oh man, the song from Persona is really stuck in my head. If you don't know the game, it has a bunch of songs with lyrics, which even though it's a Japanese game, well, the lyrics are in English. So it's really easy to get it caught in your head. There's a song called Last Surprise, which is what has just been playing in my head since I started this stream for some reason. But yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah, because I have like Joe just said like obviously if you can send the manual to other people, then you can play on like Skype or something like that, which is really cool. Because I do have a lot of friends who don't live very close by, and I should really video call them more because I don't really use Skype. But as a concept, I think it's a great thing to exist in the world. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Ah, I hope your internet keeps working, my keys. These look like little bunny rabbits. I think they look reasonably close to what I'm trying to make. I hope so. Cool, that's half of them done now. Oh, I need some water. Ooh. Stay hydrated. I love this mug. Jeannie was very happy to find out that I still use it in all my live streams. I was like, it's tradition now. Can't use any other mug. And it's definitely a mug that suits you. Yes, it's very pastel. It's got Comic Sans font on it. It's the perfect combination of aesthetic and meme. No, I really love it. It was such a sweet gift from her. Genuinely. That and my little Dan. The other day she gave me, because she ordered a... Maki said it's so cute to see the mug everywhere with you. Yeah, it's just part of my... I want you guys to just... I want to convince everyone that I just constantly have this mug on me, on my person at all times. I'm just like, at work, on the tube, just staying hydrated. Me and Jeannie bought a t-shirt that was a copy of like the Dan Hell t-shirt, like the Eclipse one. But it was too big for her and she wanted to exchange it and they said she didn't have to send back the old one. They just sent her a smaller size. And then she was like, do you want this? Because it's too big for me. So it was really sweet. She was just like, hey, do you want this? Because they literally, the email back from, I think it was Redbubble, was just like, give it to a friend. You don't have to send it back. So yeah, she gave it to me. It's just like a big pajama top and it's so comfy. I just really like oversized clothing, so I was like, yes. Pastel just reminds me of Dan and Phil in Pastel, an iconic video. 2 iconic videos. Maki said pastel is a traditional food in Brazil. Oh, what kind of food is that then? That's so interesting that it's the same word can actually like mean a completely different thing in another language and like another culture and stuff. So I'd love to know what pastel is in Brazil. Jeannie is seriously the sweetest. What even? I know, right? There's a reason she's one of my favourite friends, because she's absolutely lovely. There was some copper, I think, clay on this. There's a tiny bit of copper in there. Let's get that out. Oh, that's fine. Don't know why I did that bit now. Who knows why I do anything I do. The reason why Genie MVP got made. Yes, Genie is the real MVP. That was a fun stream. Even if we had the tech issues, had to do it in 2 parts. It was still really fun. It does feel like forever since I last did a casual stream, so I do promise, Scout's honour, that I will do one next week. Not this coming Monday, the Monday after. Your favourite stream was the first one. That was really fun. That went on that was like 2.5 hours long. That was crazy. I was so tired the next day. But it was really fun. I always think of that one fondly as well. Oof, we have another one. Oh, that's really sweet of you, Jay. Andy is shook. The second favourite was when we met Andy. That was a very fun stream. That was a Jenny outfit stream, wasn't it? Yeah, that was a Jenny outfit stream. That was after I'd switched up, because that was when we filmed. We filmed a new video for Andy's channel, which is out at some point. I don't quite know. In a few weeks, I think, because Andy's one of those smart people who prepares videos in advance. So, but yeah, look forward to that, because it was one that got requested by a subscriber. Yeah, Andy's like, in a few weeks. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun video with 2 parts, I think, actually. Oh, sorry, I'm spilling all of Andy's beans. I'm sorry that you're not getting to watch the stream properly, Mackies. Hopefully you can watch back if you do want to see more of what I'm actually doing, but all I'm really doing is messing around with clay. But I hope it works better soon, because it just sucks to have bad internet. Gosh. Get all the gossip from Sean. XOXO, gossip girl. Yes, I am #1 YouTube gossip machine. Voyager costume. Ooh. Let's just break that in the middle. But yes, I've seen the first part of the video that I did with Andy, and it's really good. Is that egotistical to say? No, it's really I think it's interesting, the stuff that we talked about. So I'm excited when he shares it. I will obviously mention it and link to it when it is shared on the internet. I need to think of something for him to do on my channel soon. I really want to do like a proper collab with Joking Penguin again as well. So I think like a challenge time with Samuel would be good, right? And he's like, hell yeah, cosplay video. It's gonna happen. Me and Andy have some cosplay plans, so we shall have to see what comes out. Yes, everyone, encourage Andy. His content is good. Macuse, yeah, I'm sorry the internet's not been working out, but yeah, I hope you enjoy it when you watch it back. And he said, oh yeah, I want to see you and Samuel do a video. I know, right? Like, it needs to happen. There's not been a single video yet since, well, he's collabed with me on my 2 Metaton videos, but like, I want to do a video that's like me and him, not us in cosplay. I think a challenge time would be fun. What could I challenge him to do? Well, he is my best friend. I was thinking about, in the stream that I did with him on my birthday, we did the quizzes that were made on the AMINO of how well do you know Voyager costume. I was thinking we could maybe do like the best friend game or whatever it's called. Or like the who's more likely to. Could be fun. Who's more likely to isn't really a challenge though. I guess. Andy's content is not good, it's great. Damn straight, McKees, thank you. That was a very necessary correction. Andy's last video had me literally cracking up. If you've not gone and watched it yet, his Nando's story time is just so good. It literally, like, he told me the story before, but I was not prepared for the editing and stuff that he had in that video. It really, really cracked me up. It's not even my stream. Why are you complimenting me? Andy, you just have to accept the love in a Voyager stream. Just the way it is. Jay is like, oh my god, that one. Yeah, that one. Gosh. This is so pure and good. We are being wholesome. The love bazooka. That is amazing. I want one. Marquise is fetching theirs. For those of you who end up watching the stream back on YouTube, this has been a nice little showering of love for Andy in the chat. But if you watch back on Twitch, obviously it doesn't stay up forever, but you actually get the chat in real time next to it, which I was like, that's incredible. I didn't know that was a thing until very recently. But that's pretty cool. I wish you could kind of export it with that to the side. But what I need to do is get the chat implemented into my screen somehow. When I redesign this to match my new branding, which I will do eventually, I will put the chat in the thing so that it actually gets exported. YouTube people, tell me if that's something you want, and I will sort it out. Marquise, please do draw a love bazooka, and if you're happy with it, send it to me because I would love to see it. I feel like my magical boy secret identity would have a love bazooka. Be my special attack. Alright, that is number 5 out of 6. How are these looking, guys? They're looking okay? I feel like they'll do the trick at least. Look at all this scrap that I've ended up with. Andy, yes, you should cosplay Prompto again. You make a very cute Prompto. Makisa's gonna send me the love bazooka. Nice. Clay's just like, I just want to protect Prompto. She protect, but she also attack. Nice, Makis. Yes, that's a nice way to spend your Sunday. Designing the love bazooka. Clay's just like, I indeed attack. Nice. I love the colour of this, I must say. Like, because I was looking at it, and snack. I literally know, like, hardly anything about Final Fantasy 15, but I know that Prompto is precious. All I know is he loves chocobos and has a camera and is adorable. Final Fantasy 15 is another one of those things where I only know about it because many of my friends have played it and cosplayed it. Like, I have never played the game. I think I've heard some of the soundtrack in other people's streams, but I haven't watched any of the game. But yeah, I know the characters. I know that Ignis is the one who's like, I've come up with a new recipe. I know that. That's the extent of my knowledge. Mickey said the only thing I know about Final Fantasy is it's an RPG with big birds. That's about right, from what I can tell. It's just chocobos are very important. Like, they're all different, but they all have chocobos. Which is what counts, in my opinion. That is basically the game. Glad to know that I'm hip with the kids, Andy. With their Final Fantasies, their Overwatches, their nearby automatics. Oh yeah, I had a friend, well, I have a friend, she's still a friend, but she wanted to show me the game that she was playing, Horizon Zero Dawn, and she streams on Twitch as well, so if you want to check her out, she is Going Mad 23, I think, and she streams stuff like Overwatch, and she was streaming Horizon Zero Dawn. And she was like, I think you'll like this. And it was really cool because it was like, it was actually very similar to Breath of the Wild. So I was going like, you need to come over and play Breath of the Wild. She hasn't yet. But I was like, you would love it if you love this. Because like, although they weren't the same, and in terms of art style and stuff, they were very different. In terms of like, the sort of the worlds and the gameplay, they were surprisingly kind of similar, the concepts. Oh, Shay said, could you write that down for me? Yeah, sure. So that is Going Mad 23. There you go. I can hear fireworks outside. Aw. Mixie just got up and started looking very concerned because of the fireworks. You alright, Minx? She's just chilling with me in the workroom as she tends to do while I'm streaming because she'll be under the table or whatever. She is slinking. Yeah. She's just chilling under the table with me now. But you're welcome, Che. The fireworks are for me, for the stream party. That's very sweet, Che. Oh, this will be the last one. I just hope these look okay when they come out of the oven. Shay said, what are your plans for tomorrow? I am going to be working on Link, I think. Probably play some Zelda as well. Being so close to the competition now, I feel like I really need to crack down and get a lot more done. And because I had a couple of days off in the middle of the week this week, because I spent a couple of days with Andy, and I also went and visited a friend of mine called Lewis, who you guys would know from my 2 Hyper Japan vlogs. So that was fun. But yeah, so I'm kind of like, that was kind of like my weekend, and then like over this weekend I'm like, I'm going to work hard, so I don't mind because I love working on cosplay, so I feel like I just want to make sure I get something done every day, and then hopefully a lot of the pressure will sort of lift off. Alright, so now we're going to make this arrowhead, which is bigger. That's going to be like 3 inches maybe? It's quite a big arrowhead actually. But yeah, what are you guys all planning to do with the rest of your weekend? Be interested to hear what you guys are up to. I need more clay. Kay said make sure to get some good rest in between though. Yes, I will. That's the thing, like rather than like having a few days where I work really, really hard and tire myself out, I'm going to try and just pace myself over the next few days, so, or over the next few weeks, so. Your friend has never watched the whole Harry Potter series? Wow. I feel like in Britain it's literally impossible to have been born between like 1990 and like 2005 and not have seen all of the Harry Potter movies. It's like just it's so intrinsic to British culture at this point. And she's from the UK, your friend, oh my goodness. But you're on Order of the Phoenix now. Oh, nice. I think my favourite... People often give me a judgmental look for this, but I really love The Chamber of Secrets. And Prisoner of Azkaban. I like the first 4 movies most of all. But I'm really fond of The Chamber of Secrets. Don't know why. Thought the Basilisk was really cool. The 4th is another really good one, actually. Yeah, Goblet of Fire is great. Andrew's like, same, but to who? Which one's your favourite, Andy? Chamber of Secrets is really intense. Second was the scariest one and my fave. Oh my god, yes! Finally, someone else. I used to get so many looks. So many sort of like, really? Chamber of Secrets? I'm like, I love it. I remember being really scared, yeah. My god, how old would we have been when that came out, Andy? So I remember I went to see the first one in the cinema and that really scared me. But I was like 8 or something, and it was like one of those ones where it's like, if your child is under 12, they need to be accompanied. And it was like, it'll be fine. I'd read the book, I'd been fine. But it was the bit with Voldemort's face on the back of Quirrell's head. It really, really scared me. I was like, no, Dad! Because my dad took me and my brother to go see it. Your least favourite is Order of the Phoenix? Yeah! I kind of can't really remember what the Order of the Phoenix movie was like, to be honest. Just kind of evaporates out of my head. Alright, so what am I making here? It's quite a simple shape, actually. Oh. McKees, you shouldn't worry about what other people think. If you want to spend time with your friend, spend time with your friend and watch the movies. I know it's easier said than done sometimes, but that is my advice. Yeah, that makes sense, Jay, that you would watch, like, stuff that was, like, from your home country. But, yeah, I think there is something, like, it has its faults and its problems, but there's something about the Harry Potter series that I think just resonates with so many people. There really is a magic to it. From, like, the actual, like, the way the films were made, I find it so inspiring. I've been to the Harry Potter studio tours 3 times. It's one of my favourite places. My absolute favourite place in the world is the Studio Ghibli Museum, but I can't go to that as easily. Shay said, what house are you? Because she is a Ravenclaw. I am a Hufflepuff. 110% a Hufflepuff. I used to think I was a Ravenclaw, but I am a massive Hufflepuff. Which I love. I think Hufflepuff is a great house. I'm very pro Hufflepuff. And I'm being anti-Hufflepuff. People underestimate us. Oh, Hufflepuffs are the cutest. We are deadly honey badgers. No, we are just fluffy. I mean, there was an attempt. Huffs are loyal, sweet, great at details, will do anything for you, and they're actually super clever. Oh, yes, thank you. Yes, we are. Oh, Andy, are you a Slytherin? Ah, I know loads of Slytherins. Slytherin should not have the bad rep that they get, in my opinion. Because every Slytherin I've ever known has been absolutely lovely. And Slytherins and Hufflepuffs are meant to get on well, actually. Kind of like different sides of the same coin in certain aspects. It's weird because, like, there's Hufflepuff and Slytherin parallels, and there's Gryffindor and Slytherin parallels. And... and he's like, they do. Hufflepuffs would help you study. Hufflepuffs are much better study partner than Ravenclaws. Because Ravenclaws would be like, oh, I don't want to do that work because I'm much more interested in reading about this stuff instead. Alright. I didn't mean to offend you. I wasn't saying that you're bad at studying. It's just that I think Ravenclaws, because you're all about learning, but like you want to learn the stuff you want to learn. You're not like, you know? So like, you'd be like, oh, I really want to read this really cool book about, you know, like if you were a Hogwarts book, a really cool book about herbology. I don't want to write my arithmancy paper. Come to the dark side, we have cookies. That is some classic internet right there. Alright. I wonder if that's too big now. I think it's okay. Jay's like, it's true. I would totally be that type. See, that's the true Ravenclaw nature. What do you think, guys? Is it too big? I'm not sure. Because it's quite big. If I show you guys the image for comparison, you can see it's quite big, but I don't know if it's that big. Still offended though. Jay thinks it's a nice shape, thank you. I'll sand it a little bit when I get it back out, but... It's slightly bigger, but it looks good. Maybe I should just take a little bit off. Andy said it looks good. Oh, thank you. By the way, how's Undyne going? I haven't done any more on Undyne. I will be completely honest with you. It's been all Link. I'm thinking, because the only thing that was left was like, I wanted to do a leotard. For the top, but I might just buy a black vest and do a photo shoot. I don't think I'm going to get the photo shoot done this summer, so it might have to be later in the year. So it'll be cold. We'll have to see. I think I'm going to take a little bit off of this, guys. Just a little bit, just to make it a bit smaller. But I'm glad that it looks good. I'll just do exactly the same thing again. Yeah, I've got to keep my priorities on, like, Link is my priority right now. Just generally in life, as well as out of my cosplay options. But I am already thinking about what I'm going to do after the competitions. I want to do a couple of, like, slightly more chilled costumes. Stuff that's, like, only going to take me a couple of weeks to make. Because this has been such an intensive project and I have absolutely loved it, but especially once I go back to uni, I'm not going to have as much time. So I think just until the end of the year, I'll do one or two easy ones. So I recently, when I was at Leo's, he got me into Voltron, Legendary Defender, the Netflix animated series. I absolutely love it, and I really want to cosplay Pidge. So I think that's one of my first cosplays that I'm planning for the autumn. And then I think I also want to... Well, me and Andy have talked about doing Yuri and Victor from Yuri on Ice. So that might be my other plan for the winter. When is your semester starting? My term starts 2nd of October, I think. So that's I'm looking forward to it, but also I have a lot to do. Ooh, yeah, Victor and Yuri, yes, Andy. I'm very excited to do that. I did yeah, I go back a week after, a week and a day after the ECG competition. I'm going to have to try and do a lot of prep work for the start of term. Once I get back, it's going to be a busy week. I'm going to be so tired when I go back to uni. Alright, I think... Like, I'm trying not to make it too much smaller, but... I think that might have helped a little bit. I'm not that experienced with props, so I'm just working this out as I go. Clay said, promise me you'll rest lots then. I will rest as much as I can. Don't worry, guys. I can generally look after myself alright. Thank you, Jay, for saying it looks good. But yes, Victor and Yuri. I did a Victor makeup test a couple of weeks ago, I think, and needs a lot of work. I'm not used to doing that kind of character, so it's a completely different kind of makeup for me. So we will see. Mickey said, does Link have a quiver? Yes, he does, and I'll be making that too. Let's see, in these pictures here. So I'm going to be making that out of faux leather and I ordered a bunch of leather paints, and they are perfect colours, so I'm really happy. Yeah, I'm really excited to make that. I'm going to be making that next week as well. And yeah, so that's my other thing that I'm going to be doing this week is the quiver. So finish the arrows, make the quiver, I want to make the gloves. That will be a few things ticked off my list. Also continue the tunic embroidery. I was going to be making my own chainmail as well, but I just don't have enough time, so I've now ordered that. Like, I've ordered the chainmail pre-made, but I'm going to then be taking it apart and attaching it to the costume where I need it, so I'm still putting a bit of work into it. I'm not just getting it done. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but for a competition I like to do, I mean, it's 75% handmade, at least, like, by yourself is the competition rules, and I'd like to be, like, 90% or more, if I can be, so I'm, like, happy that there's still something I can do with it. I'm not just, like, buying a chainmail shirt and wearing it underneath, just for my personal preference of how I like to make cosplay. Because chainmails are really time-consuming, and the only reason, like, A, it saved me a lot of money to not buy a whole shirt, and also it means I can just have it where I want it, and I don't have to wear a full chainmail shirt, which would be a lot of weight for me to carry, along with the rest of the costume, of which there is quite a lot of components. Don't know what I'm doing with this little scrap. I should pop it away. I'm glad there was enough for everything I wanted to do. I'll pop it away in here. I bought some new gold the other day, but I've actually got some left in here. That's good, means I won't run out. I need to make a belt buckle for Link. He has this one belt buckle that you can't just buy one because it doesn't actually make sense, so I have to sort of trick make it as a trick so that it actually works. So it will secretly actually be a functional belt buckle, but it will look like this weird belt buckle that doesn't make any sense. I can only do that by making it myself, so I'm making it out of gold Fimo. Alright, so now the next step that there would be for this would be putting it in the oven, which is like half an hour or something, and then just letting them cool down, and then they're ready to go. I can sand them a little bit if I want to, I think. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how they came out. They'll do the trick for sure. Obviously it's not very exciting to watch these sitting in an oven, so this is where I will be ending the stream for tonight. Just get these ready to go in the oven. Well, what time is it now? I might do it in the morning instead. There was some baking paper ASMR for you there. But yeah, I think that's probably where we're going to wrap up for today, guys. We had a nice hour and a half. Thank you very much for tuning in and chatting with me. It's been absolutely lovely to stream with you guys. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys 100% on Saturday, next Saturday, to work on whatever part of Link I'm on at that point. If I have options, I will do another poll, and you guys can pick. But if I'm in the middle of something, then we'll work on that. And yeah, and then the Monday after the next Twitch stream, I will do a Journey outfit stream for sure. But yes, I will be sure to keep hydrated. I will be sure to rest like the best. I hope you guys do the same. Yeah, it's been absolutely lovely to stream with you guys, and I will see you next week for more Link progress. Thank you for tuning in, Mini Voyagers. Bye bye.